Hello and welcome to this training video brought to you by the COVID-19 Fiscal Team. In this video, we will go over the 214 activity log. We will review when, how, and why to use this form, along with some FAQs. What is a 214 activity log? It is a standardized form that comes from the Incident Command System, or ICS. ICS is a part of an all-hazards federal response structure that comes from lessons learned in previous responses. One of the most common forms is the 214 activity log, which is used to track time of staff responding to an event. In order to supplement the information on the 214, staff are also being asked to notate in their Chronos when they're working on COVID-19 response operations. This helps with the check and balance of information for our records. So it is important that both of these pieces of information match. When do you fill out a 214? Filling out a 214 is required at any time you are assisting or involved with the COVID-19 response. And the Google form is due on a weekly basis. What does it mean to really be involved in the response? That's a good question. If you can say, but for COVID-19, I must do this activity, then you're involved in a response activity. Here are some examples: assisting with laboratory testing, conducting contact tracing, completing epidemiology investigation, or performing some grant management. In order to assist with this form and process, we will have an email that will be sent out on a regular basis, along with a guidance document. Now let's go over how to fill this form. The first piece of information needed is your first and last name. It is important that you list what is within Chronos so that we can match our records. Then we need your employee number. Select the week that you are filling this out for. And then you need to select what incident command section that your work falls under. Then you can select the type of COVID-19 related work that you completed for each day of the week. You can select all that apply. The next questions are asking for the amount of hours that you spent each day on COVID-19 work. If you didn't work on COVID that day, simply put a 0. After you have those all filled out, you can hit submit. Chronos is an important part of the COVID-19 timekeeping process. Let's go through what this entails. First, any COVID-19 response hours must utilize the coronavirus pay code. In Chronos, expand the pay code column like you would in an Excel spreadsheet. Click on the drop-down arrow in the pay code cell and choose Coronavirus. Each division has established Chronos transfer codes for staff to select that ensure that COVID-19 efforts are proportionally distributed into the financial system and are easily identifiable as COVID-19 related and are charged to allowable funding sources. Staff must work with their respective division's fiscal service manager, personnel liaison, or timekeeper to ensure that the appropriate transfer codes are being selected. Once you know which code to use, employees should click the drop-down arrow in the transfer cell and select Search. Employees must select the CERT code by clicking on the bullet in front of CERT. Next, enter CV19 into the search box. Click Enter your hours worked on during the response. Then OK and select the pay code for coronavirus. Chronos should look similar to the following. Audits are conducted at the division level to ensure that employees are selecting the correct pay code and transfer code. It is important that the number of hours that you have worked on the response match up in Chronos and the 214s that you submit. That's it. We hope that this quick video was helpful in understanding this process. Thank you for watching and all of your hard work.